just before midnight on this lakeside dock. My heartbeat drums against my ribs like thunder. You're still talking to her by the water's edge, and I'm wrapping both hands around this coffee cup. The last song from the party drifts across the lake, some slow melody that makes my chest feel hollow. I watch you laugh at something that she whispers. My fingers trace the room, ceramic getting colder. Are you okay? And don't lie, you finally walk over, shoes scraping wooden planks. I wanna say her name, tastes bitter on my tongue. Instead I nod and look down at my reflection. The dark creaks under your weight as you sit close. I can smell her perfume still caught on your jacket. 3 months we've been doing this careful dance, but tonight feels different, sharper somehow. You follow my gaze to where she's checking her phone. She's just a friend from work, you know that right. But I've seen how she touches your arm when she talks, how she saves your texts and calls you after midnight. The music stops and suddenly it's just us, breathing like water lapping against the wooden post below. My coffee's gone cold, but I keep holding tight, like if I let go you might disappear too. I hate this feeling, I whisper to the water, like I'm always waiting for you to choose someone else. You reach over, cover my hands with yours, and for the first time tonight I can breathe again. Look at me, you say, voice softer than I've heard. When I do, your eyes hold something new, something scared. I love you spills out before you can stop it. The words hang in the December air between us. I set the empty cup down on weathered wood, my heart still pounding but different now, lighter. I love you too, I say it back and mean it, even though loving you scares me more than losing you. She's walking to her car, heels clicking on gravel, but I'm not watching her anymore. Just you, just the way you're looking at me, like I'm the answer to a question you've been afraid to ask. The dark sways gently beneath us as you kiss me, and I taste possibility instead of bitter jealousy. Maybe this is what choosing peace feels like, letting go of being right to just be here. Your jacket smells like lake air and promises now, and when you pull back you're smiling. Dance with me, you say, even though there's no music, so we do sway into the rhythm of water against wood. Jealousy burning through my chest tonight, walking these empty streets alone. Fresh laundry scent drifts from apartment blocks while I'm replaying every word you said on the phone. 3,000 miles and 7 time zones between your new life and mine. I scroll through pictures of your college friends, wondering if you still think of our shrine. Go from bottle caps and handwritten notes in that tree house behind your house, before your dad packed boxes in the U-Haul, before silence became our vows. This is the moment everything changes. You whispered that last summer day, but I never thought it meant we'd drift like paper boats in separate bays. I drive around when I can't sleep, circle our old haunts at 2 a.m. The park where we carved initials deep in oak bark that still remembers when you used to call me when storms hit. Now I watch weather apps religiously, checking if rain falls on your coast while thunder shakes my memory. Remember how we share one set of earphones on the backseat of your mom's sedan? Now my playlist feels half empty, missing your voice, your laugh, your plans. every single draft. Afraid you think I'm being clingy, afraid you never answer back. But tonight I found that old voicemail you left me freshman orientation week. Don't let distance make us strangers, promise me we'll always speak. Time zone says it's 3 a.m. But some conversations can't wait for convenient hours to begin. Hey, it's me, I know your voice. We need to talk about the space between. I've been waiting for this choice. The pause before goodbye stretches like that summer we turned 16, when everything felt possible and friendship was our only scene. I'm driving to the airport now with ticket bought on impulse fire, because 3,000 miles means nothing when your heart's the one I'll always admire. Fresh laundry from the dryer reminds me how things can be clean, how cycles end and start again, how we can wash away the in-between. This is the moment everything changes, but this time change means coming home to friendship that survives the distance, to hearts that never were alone. To hearts that never were alone. Oh, yeah. Looking at my phone, it's 2:40 till m.a.m. Behind this photo booth curtain, taste of mint and regret. Your laugh echoes off these walls like confession, while I'm wiping my scare, wonder what comes next. You're bouncing that knee underneath the table, same nervous habits since we met last spring, making jokes about my awkward selfie faces. Got me laughing when I should be panicking, 'cause you get my weird humor. All my broken references call my favorite movies back to me, and I'm falling in a way I never planned for when you're moving to Seattle in a week. Take care of yourself, you whisper in the silence, but your fingers trace my wrist like you don't wanna let go. Take care of yourself, I echo back the promise, while my heart's already writing songs you'll never know. 3 months up, coffee shops and midnight texting, purple lights reflecting in your eyes tonight, dancing close enough to feel your heartbeat. Everything's electric, everything's right. The pockets in your room tell different stories, plane ticket tucked inside your jacket sleeve, and I'm memorizing how you say my name now, storing up the way you look at me, 'cause you get my weird humor. All my broken references call my favorite movies back to me, and I'm falling in a way I never planned for when you're leaving for Seattle in a week. Take care of yourself, you whisper in the silence, but your fingers trace my wrist like you don't wanna let go. Take care of yourself, I echo back the promise, while my heart's already writing songs you'll never know. Maybe trusting this feeling isn't crazy, maybe distance doesn't have to mean the end. Maybe I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be, with someone who sees me as more than just a friend. In this photo booth confessional at closing time, two-faced kiss and promises we're scared to make. You get my weird humor, all my broken references, and that's worth whatever risk we're gonna take. Take care of yourself, becomes our new beginning. Not goodbye, but see you soon across turn slow in the midnight lock. Kitchen counter holds the weight of silence. Your pillow indent still holds warmth like a secret, while I count the smooth stones we gathered from Maine beaches. Phone screen glows against my trembling palm. 3 drafts deleted, words too heavy for 2 a.m. Is this really what you want? Echoes from last Tuesday when you said my sadness feels like quicksand pulling you down. The rock from Monterey sits by the coffee maker, gray with white veins like the cracks in what we built. I dial your number, hang up before it rings, then do it twice more like some midnight ritual. Your voicemail plays, hey, it's me, leave something good, but good feels foreign on my tongue these days. I've been that friend who cancels plans last minute, watching everyone else dance while I forget the steps inside. Trying to get better, sounds hollow as a promise when depression wears my face like a carnival mask. You deserve someone who doesn't need saving, someone who can love you without drowning first. I set the phone down, pick up that smooth gray stone. Remember how you laughed when I stuffed my pockets full. You're building a monument to everywhere we've been. Now they're just evidence of places I can't return to. But tonight feels different, sharper somehow, like the edge of morning creeping through the cracks. Tomorrow I won't check if you've called back. Tomorrow I won't rehearse apologies in the mirror. The rock collection stays, but the waiting ends here. I've learned to love the quiet without your voice filling it. First morning in months I don't wake up thinking your name. Just the sound of keys, the weight of stones, and the taste of letting go. Phone buzzing at 2 a.m. in this fast food booth corner. City lights blur through tears I won't let fall. He writes another text, deletes it, writes another. I was gonna call, but my finger won't press send. Watching your status change from active to away, hating myself for caring this much about a green dot. You're probably sleeping while I'm here with cold fries, rehearsing conversations we'll never have. 3 months of almost maybes and stolen glances. Your life echoing in this fluorescent lit maze. I keep your jacket in my car like a prayer. Still smells like your cologne and all my mistakes. You free tonight, typed and untyped 17 times. My reflection in the window low looks like a ghost. Coffee gone cold while I memorize your last message, wondering if you think about me when it rains. Remember when you fixed my broken earring clasp? Your fingers gentle on the chain around my neck. Now I wear it every day like armor, like hope, like proof that tender moments can't survive the silence. You said we're good friends, but your eyes said different. That night we almost kissed outside the laundromat. Machine spinning our clothes while we spun in circles around. The words were both too scared to say. I know you saved my voice, voicemails, play them back at midnight. Because your friend told me you still ask about my day. We're dancing around this feeling like it might break us. But what if staying safe is what's breaking us instead? My drafts folder full of letters I'll never send, each one a different version of the same confession. That I'd rather risk losing you by telling the truth than keep pretending this friendship is enough. Phone buzzing again, your name lighting up the screen. This time I answer before I lose my nerve. Hey, you whisper and I hear everything you can't say in that one word, trembling through the static. I've been thinking about that night you finally admitted. Silent is fast food but feels like a church where broken people come to find the missing pieces and learn that love is choosing to stay when it's hard. Still named after you, scattered on bedroom floor. These blankets hold the weight of what we swore we'd never be. Leaning back against this rough wall, counting every breath while you clean the kitchen counters for the 100th time this week. Remember when we'd argue over every presentation slide? Your ideas of trash became the way we'd say hello. Coffee spills and late night revisions, stealing glances when you type. Competition was our language till it turned to something more. Used to be we'd tear each other's work apart with smile. Now I'm memorizing how you bite your lip when thinking hard. That night you stayed to help me fix my broken code at 3. Your fingers brush my reaching for the same deleted line. You know I can't. You whispered when I asked you to stay over, but your eyes were saying different as you packed your things to leave. I've been carrying this secret like a stone inside my chest. Every joke I make to dodge the truth just makes it heavier. Your text would always come at 11:47 every night. Sweet dreams with that emoji that you saved just meant for me. Now the silence where your goodnight used to light my phone, and I'm staring at the ceiling counting all the things unsaid. Found your earring by my laptop, silver catching lamplight. 3 weeks since you've been avoiding every place we used to meet. I'm tired of pretending that this tension doesn't burn, tired of cleaning up the mess of words I'll never speak. Maybe rivalry was safer than admitting what we felt. Maybe fighting was our shelter from this pool we couldn't name. But I'm done with keeping distance, done with walls we built so high. Ready to become the home we've both been searching for. Called you at midnight, heard you breathing on the line. I can't keep pretending either was the first thing that you said. Your laughter shaky, scared but full of everything we've held. This playlist needs a new name, and these blankets need us both. Anger bubbling up like steam from rain on hot concrete. Standing at this gas station, fluorescent lights too bright. You're buying energy drinks at 2 a.m. again, while I pretend this fake dating thing doesn't cut so deep. Started as a favor, help you make your ex jealous. Just hold my hand at parties, post a couple pics. But somewhere between coffee dates and borrowed hoodies, I forgot we were just playing house with our hearts. Your fortune cookie message crumpled in my wallet. Good things come to those who wait. 'Cause I've been waiting for you to see me clearly through this charade we built with careful lies. Now you're laughing with the clerk about tomorrow's weather, like we didn't almost kiss in your car last Tuesday. Like you don't know I memorized your coffee order. 2 sugars, oat milk, extra shot of reality check. Don't walk away this time, slips out before I catch it. You freeze, energy drink halfway to your mouth. The rain keeps falling on this cracked parking lot while we stand here drowning in what we can't say. Remember when you fixed my necklace at that party? Fingers in along my neck, breath warm on my shoulder. Everyone believed we were really together then. Even I forgot it was all just make-believe. Your ex texted yesterday, wants you back apparently. Mission accomplished, right? Job well done. But you haven't mentioned ending our arrangement. Maybe you're as lost in this pretend as I am. I watch you count exact change, always so careful, never wanting to owe anyone anything real. But what about the debt we've built between us? All these borrowed moments, stolen glances, fake kisses turn true. The clerk shifting, locks clicking behind us. We're alone now with our unspoken confessions. Rain drumming on the roof of your beat-up Honda while we sit in silence, engines off, hearts on. What happens now? You whisper, fingers on the steering wheel. Do we go back to being strangers who share friend groups? I wanna tell you I love the way you hum off key, how you always save me the last French fry. Instead I say let's keep the good parts. Coffee dates without the cameras rolling, hand holding just because we want to. Real this time, no audience required. You smile then, that crooked one I fell for, the one that's just for me, not for the show. Maybe fake dating was just practice, full of learning how to love somebody true. Rain slowing now, wipe a squeaking protest, but we're not ready to drive away yet from this gas station confession booth where pretend became promise, contract became choice. Anger bubbling up like steam from rain on hot concrete. Standing at this gas station, fluorescent lights too bright. You're buying energy drinks at 2 a.m. again, while I pretend this fake dating thing doesn't cut so deep. Started as a favor, help you make your ex jealous. Just hold my hand at parties, post a couple pics. But somewhere between coffee dates and borrowed hoodies, I forgot we were just playing house with our hearts. Your fortune cookie message crumpled in my wallet. Good things come to those who wait, what a joke. 'Cause I've been waiting for you to see me clearly through this charade we built with careful lies. Now you're laughing with the clerk about tomorrow's weather, like we didn't almost kiss in your car last Tuesday. Like you don't know I memorized your coffee order. 2 sugars, oat milk, extra shot of reality check. Don't walk away this time, slips out before I catch it. You freeze, energy drink halfway to your mouth. The rain keeps falling on this cracked parking lot while we stand here drowning in what we can't say. Remember when you fixed my necklace at that party? Fingers gentle on my neck, breath warm on my shoulder. Everyone believed we were together then. Even I forgot it was all just make-believe. Your ex texted yesterday, wants you back apparently. Mission accomplished, right? Job well done, but you haven't mentioned ending our arrangement. Maybe you're as lost in this pretend as I am. I watch you count exact change, always so careful, never wanting to owe anyone anything real. But what about the debt we the steering wheel? Do we go back to being strangers who share friend groups? I wanna tell you I love the way you hum off key, how you always save me the last French fry. Instead I say let's keep the good parts, coffee dates without the cameras rolling, hand holding just because we want to. Real this time, no audience required. You smiled in that crooked one, I fell for the one that's just for me, not for the show. Maybe fake dating was just practice for learning how to love somebody true. Rain slowing out, wipers squeaking protest, but we're not ready to drive away yet from this gas station fashion booth where pretend became promise, contract became choice. Stirring ice and whiskey, hotel lobby at 2 a.m. Car engine humming outside through December rain. You're checking your phone, I'm tracing the rim of this grass that's been empty since you walked in. I wasn't ready and I am now. Your voice cuts through the silence somehow. We've been dancing around this truth for years, while your diary skips the hard days, mine collects the tears. Thunder rolls across the parking lot, we're both soaping, nobody's leaving the start. You laugh about that song you never posted, the one where faith and doubt got too exposed. And then the Tokyo nights when we were different people, writing lies we were too scared to say. Now we're here under fluorescent light and novel, wondering if broken things can never mend. Stay another hour, sip shot before I think. You nod, I'm not a comfy, I need another drink. The distance between us feels like continents, but your hand finds mine and suddenly it doesn't. You talk about the year that almost broke us, the silence that grew louder that our fights, how we both kept slowing past each other's patches, pretending we weren't up until daylight. I get you never saved, and then maybe someday I show you my screen, start to cry. Mine says if I'm brave enough to call, we're laughing now, but I don't know why. The rain stops and I can hear you breathing. Hotel piano plays something soft and so we're sitting closer than we have in ages, and I don't wanna let this feeling go. You close your diary, say alright tonight, alright tonight, about this moment when we found our way back. We're skipping chapters, no editing or hard bars, just truth and doing, feeling happy cry. The calls before goodbye stretches like elastic. Either one of us moves toward the door, your jacket smells like rain and second chances. I memorize this lobby's marble floors. Text me when you get home safe. Old avid surface in the sleepy voice. I always do, but now it's different, and I'm staying in touch feels like a choice. Car door slam outside, engine start up, but we're still here in this bogle of time. Grateful for the stone I made a shelter, grateful that you're yours and I am mine. The usual spot where we used to meet, velvet jacket soft against my palm as I grip the handlebars tight, flying downhill on this borrowed bike, wind cutting through my thoughts. Your voice note from last Tuesday still saved in my phone. I never stopped caring, you know that, right? But caring don't pay pay the rent, don't sign the contracts. 3 missed calls from my manager while I'm here, chasing ghosts down empty streets at midnight. Mom's words echo in my skull. Never depend on anyone, they all leave eventually. 8 years old watching her cry in the kitchen. Now I'm 25 doing the exact same thing. The recording studio wants an answer by tomorrow. Dream job, dream city, dream life. Everything I worked for since I could hold a microphone. But it means leaving this, leaving you, leaving us. I pull up to your apartment building, engine cooling, heart still racing from the ride. You're sitting on the steps like you knew I'd come. That look lasting way too long between us. What if I stay, slips out before I can stop it? You don't answer with words, just reach for my hand. Trace the calluses from years of guitar strings, like you're memorizing every line and scar. My phone buzzes with another email, subject line, final decision required. But your thumb brushing over my knuckles feels like the only answer that matters right now. Like a prayer, like a promise, like maybe we could figure this out together. The contract can wait until morning. Some tree worth rewriting. Your smile when I turn on my phone says everything we never learned how to say. Side of the bed still holds your warmth in this planetarium dome where we first kissed. Dark ceiling spinning, constellations above us, chocolate melting between my fingers, forgotten. You lean toward me when I speak like you always do, but there's something different in your eyes tonight. Terminal gates echo with boarding calls, and we're sitting here pretending time stands still. What are we doing? Slips out before I can stop it. The question we've been dancing around for months. Your flight leaves in 2 hours, mine tomorrow. Neither of us packed for this conversation. You reach for my hand, trace the lines on my palm. I don't know your whisper, but I don't want it to end. The taste of uncertainty sits heavy on my tongue, while strangers rush past us with their suitcases. I memorize the way you bite your lip when you're thinking, how you drum your fingers on tables when you're good. Right now you're doing both, and my heart is breaking into 1,000 pieces shaped like departure times. Good luck with everything you say, standing up, but your feet don't move toward the gate. I should let you go, should make this easy. Instead I pull you back down beside me. What if I stay? The words surprise us both. Your eyes search mine for something I can't name. In this sea of strangers you see all of me, the parts I hide, the fears I never voice. For the first time I'm not running from this feeling, not making jokes or changing the subject. Your thumb brushes away tears I didn't know were falling as the last boarding call echoes through the air. I'll miss your terrible choices I left through still holding on to what we never named. Tomorrow feels impossible without you, but tonight we finally said the quiet parts out loud. What would you do if I stayed behind this photo booth, curtain quarter spin? Your shampoo scent still lingers on my fingers from when you fixed my hair before we went. I used to time my workers just to see you. Treadmill 3, same Tuesday nights at 9. You catch me staring in the mirror's reflection, pretend to check my phone, but you were mine. Those glances turned to conversations, share protein shakes and playlists on repeat. You said my favorite song is your alarm. Said mornings felt like dancing to my beat. Hey, remember when Jay called me just a phase? You stepped right up, said don't talk about her. My heart stopped in that crowded locker room. The way you claimed me made me feel so sure, but graduation's creeping up too fast. Cap and gown hanging in my closet door. You got that scholarship 3 states away. I'm staying here, but what are we fighting for? What would you do if I stayed? You asked again, this booth can't hold the weight of all we built. These photos scatter around our nervous feet, tell stories of a love without the guilt. You trace my palm like reading future lines, say distance is just numbers on a map. Your phone lights up with college acceptance calls, but here you are still sitting my lap. I pull you closer, whisper, take the chance. Your dreams are bigger than this small town gym, but promise me your song will wake you up in dorms where my voice feels pretty dim. The curtain opens, flashing lights reveal two hearts that learn to love between the waves. You kiss me like you're memorizing taste, while time keeps ticking down to separate dates. But tonight